Every great city has a great university, and great universities are part of great cities. And that symbiotic relationship was never more evident than the rebuilding after Katrina.
Well, one of our main missions is that we are an economic engine. We drive the economy by employing a great number of people and also educating people to go into the workforce.
I'd like to say that when we opened our doors 4.5 months after Katrina, it was like a lighthouse, because the city had been closed down, and a lot of the people said when Xavier opened, they knew that it was time to come back.
New Orleans is filled with universities, and they draw students from both locally and around the country. They draw people and faculty.
Dillard and other universities bring economic vitality, and we bring students here.
And each of those universities was deeply involved in attracting people back to New Orleans and become part of New Orleans and the future of New Orleans afterward.
We were the first entity to come back. As soon as we came back, everybody were inspired to start coming back to build their homes around us.
Right after Katrina, when we came back in January, Tulanians were 20% of the population of New Orleans. And the substance of that, of Tulane coming back, holding classes, was important. But the vision of everybody returning from around the country and becoming part of New Orleans is inestimable in its importance.
Immediately after Katrina, we had to begin thinking about how we were going to operate. I mean, our campus was clearly going to be out of commission for the foreseeable future. So we did a deal with the Hilton Hotel to operate a satellite campus at the Hilton.
We housed 1,000 students there. We actually held classes there. So we helped with the immediate economic recovery of the city by just having our employees there, having our students there, spending money, keeping people in hotel rooms.
We opened back up using the Jefferson Center in Metairie and online October after the storm.
I think Tulane played a very large role in the recovery effort. The most significant was we became the first and only major research university in the country, even to this day, that integrates public service into the undergraduate curriculum. All 4-year students are with us.
Our students were involved. It's part of our tradition in doing volunteer work, and they just dug right in and did that.
We are working very hard to help improve our workforce, to train in the high-tier, top-tier positions, to train first responders. We're working with the police so that the city is better prepared should we ever face this type of disaster again.
Well, just about every building was impacted by Katrina's floodwaters. And then, of course, we had wind damage as well. We estimated that it was probably about $110 million.
Dillard had extensive damage in operations and physical damage to the campus. We had close to $400 million in damage.
When we came back, we could not go back into our buildings. We ended up in trailers.
It was extraordinary. Probably $650 million worth of damage was done to the Tulane campus. The entire downtown campus was underwater, and 80% of the uptown campus was underwater.
We didn't have much floodwater, thank goodness, but we had a lot of wind damage. But the wind damage to the buildings and the rain that came in otherwise was about $80 million was the actual cost to rebuild the campus to get it to where we could use it again. Our
main campus on City Park received about 60% damage to our facilities. Our Charity School of Nursing had about 4 to 5 feet of water. Our Slidell and Sidney Collier sites were virtually destroyed.
We at SUNO, we're doing our part in making sure that we train and graduate people that we believe, students that we believe will remain in the city and partake in the growth of the city, economically and otherwise.
Some cities will talk about a brain drain. This city has a brain gain. Because we bring people in who then come and they fall in love with the place and they want to stay, and they do stay.
We're looking forward to, over the next 5, 10, 15 years, to really being and continuing to be a world-class leader in undergraduate education and research. And that will obviously benefit our students, but also New Orleans as well.